Hello and welcome. Today is October 21st, 2024, and I'm here to do our weekly check-in. So let's begin. If you're wearing headphones, please lower the volume. I welcome in my spirit guides and holy angels, highest and greatest good. I welcome messages of love and light that bring healing and love to all. Please bless this reading. Thank you. All right, guys. So I hope everyone is doing well. And before I get into the reading, there's a few little things I would like to share. First of all, I have just received this lovely candle. It is now available in my Etsy shop, and this one is Eye of Providence. And also, I have like Divine Goddess, Love Spell, good luck and good fortune. Like these are manifestation candles that you can now get over on Etsy. And also, I decided to add incense. And so, this particular one is like one of my favorites. This is called Song of India. It's uh, an incense that you normally burn like in the temple. So if you're Indian, which I know I do have some Indian subscribers, you will all know what this incense smells like. It smells wonderful. So if you're a daily practitioner, if you have an altar and you burn incense, then check it out. I have this particular incense, and also I have zodiac signs that I'll be putting onto the shop in the next day or so. So there's that. Also, if you've booked a reading with me, I should be working on them tonight. So there's a few of you who are asking, when that you'll receive your reading. I'll be working on them today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reading. All right. So first, I would like to go ahead and use the Gypsy Oracle. I haven't actually used this deck in a long time. So, Spirit and Holy Angels, can you please reveal to me clear messages in regards to divine masculine collective energy, or the counterpart? It could be divine feminine. What is the who is watching this? Okay, we have a foe. Interesting. We have a messenger. And we have a sweetheart. Bottom of the deck, we have here thought. I know there's a glare. What I'm feeling is that there was a message that came from a friend. It could be from the karmic, okay? And this right here is divine feminine. So divine masculine is thinking that someone put a bug into divine feminine's ear about the situation with divine masculine. Okay, so they're a little bit stressed right now. They don't know what you know, from what I can hear. They don't know what kind of message that you received, And look, so this messenger is delivering a message to the maid. Okay, this message was received possibly from this person that is deceitful. Okay, and it was received by divine feminine. And so masculine is like, oh no, like what does a divine feminine know? Because I'm hearing that this can go like a couple different ways. Like feminine, you could have heard of something coming from an outside source. And now you don't know if it's true. And so masculine here is really stressed out. What is it that you know? Okay, there is hope that you'll just wait it out. So if you've heard from your divine counterpart, you could have heard a story. Okay, I would say wait until you hear, both sides of the story. Hear it from divine masculine, and you've already heard it from the karmic or from someone that you don't trust. So feminine, I really feel that you're really happy to receive this news. Okay, like this is a gift that was given from the karmic. Okay, so some of my feminines who is actually watching this, you're possibly in communication with the karmic, or you know something about the karmic situation. Okay, and this is good news. Okay, so you really feel like you're actually receiving something, because I feel like whoever this person is, they're actually walking away. And maybe that's the message that you're hearing. Okay. For some, this isn't coming straight from divine masculine. You're hearing this from an outside source. Yeah, and here we have a surprise. It's a surprise that the karmic contacted the feminine directly. So this is actually really interesting. Okay, so this reading may be super specific for some of my feminines who is watching this. And again, all of this may not resonate with you, but I really feel like there is a handful of you who is actually watching this, where you heard contact from the karmic. The karmic is letting the feminine know that, hey, you won. Okay, I'm walking away from this relationship. Divine masculine has no idea what the karmic is saying to the feminine, but I really feel like feminine, this is good news. Like it came as a shock that you would actually receive contact from this person, because this is the last person that you would think that you would hear from. That's what I'm saying. That's really interesting. Wow. Okay, so let's see what else. Spirit and holy angels, please reveal to me clear messages in regards to divine masculine and divine feminine collective energies. What can you tell me about this energy? What is the energy that wants to come through? And what is the connective energy between these two? What are the thoughts and feelings? What is it that they both want? And what is the outcome? Oh, wow. So masculine here, they want a relationship. Okay, they definitely want to be with their divine feminine. Okay, wow, look at this. We have 10 of Cups. Masculine wants to be happy with the feminine. So I'm not going to lie. I feel like some of these masculines are finally walking away from the karmic, or the karmic is actually walking away from the masculine. And now masculine is free to have a relationship, okay, with the feminine, especially if there was a family involved, okay? And for the feminine, we have the Hermit. So you've been thinking, okay, about having this happy family with the masculine. So this is actually really good. Both of you guys are actually thinking of one another. Okay. So how do you guys feel? Masculine, they don't know for sure if you still want this. Okay. They realize that they've been holding back their true feelings, their emotions. Okay. The feeling of having to have a legitimate family with the feminine and the feminines. Um, this has taken way too long. You've been thinking you've wanted this family, but like you've been holding back because maybe it took so long. Do you still want this? Masculine is, they're not sure if you still want this. I really feel like this is for the twins. If you've known this person for many years, okay, and they're finally getting out of their karmic relationship, you understand that you can't jump into a relationship you've waited so long for the masculine to resolve their karma with the karmic. So there's finally like a closure or ending of a cycle, okay, with a collective of twins, okay, to the point where this particular masculine is open and ready to give towards the feminine. But the problem is, does the feminine still want to receive this from the masculine? And here in the heart space, there's like the feeling of uncertainty. So, what is it that you want? So, masculine here, they want to know, would you forgive them? Okay. We have your judgment. Would you forgive them? It's taking them so long. They still need time to heal. Okay. They're going through a divorce. They could be going through financial loss. They could have lost a lot of their assets getting a divorce from the karmic. If your person isn't physically getting a divorce, they could be going through bankruptcy. There could be a loss of money. So even if your person was well off, let's just say that even if they weren't married to the karmic and they had kids, they still have financial obligations or responsibilities to give towards the karmic. Okay. And that's for some. And for the feminine, okay, so you want someone who is loyal. You want someone who is honest. You want masculine to be honest. Are they okay? They're going through a financial loss. Are they still able to persevere and like be there for the feminine? So feminines, you're reflecting a lot. You know, maybe you've waited on this particular masculine to get out of a karmic relationship for a long time, but even the moment that they're actually free, I feel like for some of my feminines, you're questioning whether or not you still want this, and I feel that the masculine is also thinking about that. So again, the thing about like manifestation is body, speech, and mind. If you think it, it will be. Okay. So if masculine is not sure if the feminine wants it, feminine is thinking over here that, hey, they've waited for a long time. Do they still want this? So yeah, naturally, like that's how the energy is playing out. All feminine wanted was a secure, loyal person. Okay. But also, I feel like feminine is being practical over here because masculine is going through some sort of 3D financial situation, or they're going through a loss of job, income, security. There's definitely some sort of divorce that's going on. Okay. Or separation of assets. So if your person was in business with the karmic, like I feel like the karmic is taking a lot from this masculine. And so here in the outcome, masculine, okay, they're having a hard time of completely like letting go. Okay. Why? Because there's still conflict. And I feel that this is with the karmic. That's why feminine, you're kind of tired because you've been on the sidelines waiting for this particular person to get away from the karmic. But the karmic is actually, getting their payout. So it's like this is like the final um I feel like it's a contract, to be honest. This is what it feels like. It's like, closing. Like let's say you're closing on a house and you have to get all the paperwork and get people involved like the legal attorneys or whoever, right? To close the deal, make sure the money's being transferred and all this and that. That's what I feel like that is actually going on with some of these masculines. Now it doesn't have to be super specific, like exactly to the T, but that's what it feels like. It feels like a transactional situation dealing with this masculine. Okay, there's fighting, still going on with this masculine. So that's why I really feel like for some of my feminines, you had it, you want to hear about it. They're still going through trauma, drama, and all this and that, still with the karmic. So, for some of these masculines, yeah, they are still talking to the karmic. For some, they have kids. Okay. The only thing that is tying them to that person is because of a child. And because of this child situation, they can't just cut them off. Okay. And I see here the devil. Okay. So for my feminines, okay, maybe you're attached to this 3D reality that you're seeing playing out with this masculine and the karmic about money, status, this whole divorce situation. Um, yeah. And I honestly feel that it kind of rubs the feminine the wrong way because here you are anticipating or you have been waiting for some of my feminines, you have moved on. Okay, you didn't stick around waiting for this masculine to like go through this relationship thing because for some it's been years, but now that this masculine is finally like getting out of the relationship, it's still like a sticky situation. They're still contacting or having to communicate with the karmic about their marriage, okay, or their divorce or like parting ways. And I really feel like I feel that there's a loss of money. Okay. This masculine, okay, or the karmic, um, maybe they're okay. Like that's why for some of my feminines, you heard directly from the karmic. Maybe the karmic told the feminine, hey, you can have him. Maybe it's because the masculine had to pay the karmic out like a substantial amount of money, okay, for them to break free, so they can move on. And then now masculine is like, do you still want me? I may not be as wealthy or like established, you know, they could be going to counseling for some. I don't know. Like this masculine's going through like the thick of it. That's what it feels like. And I really feel like for the feminines, you're like, that's great. But, you know, um, is this truly over? Because I still feel like there's still contact with this masculine and the karmic. Okay. That's what I see. Bottom of the deck, we have here some of the cups. So this is about choices. This is about being in the head about what to do. Okay. And masculine is thinking about a romantic rendezvous with divine feminine. Okay. But first, they need to prioritize, the situation that is going on in their life. This could be like the family, their career. This could be you. Okay. They're trying to do what's necessary to make things right. Okay. Also, there's a lot of people still like involved. So they're coming up with some sort of idea because they're still going through this situation with the karmic, and they want to confess. They regret that, yeah, maybe they didn't handle the situation with the feminine. And I really feel like this was a past energy where, they kind of ghosted you or they stopped talking, possibly because, there was a lot of stuff that was going on between them and the karmic, and they couldn't communicate to you right away. And I really feel like for some of my feminines, you question, like, why did it take you so long to contact me? It's because there was a lot of situations going on. For some of these masculines, there was another person involved. Okay, and that's not for everyone. But now they have the courage, okay, to open up their mind and free themselves so they can be happy. So I'm not gonna lie, this is like, for some of these masculines, it's like, okay, this is the end. This is the end, and there's a beginning that is happening. And I believe on November 1st, we have a new moon in Scorpio. So I feel like that's getting down to the depths of having a brand new start. Okay. Whatever that start may be, like I feel like there's like a lot of purging going on, even before this new moon that is actually about to happen. That's what I feel. And for some, if you follow me and you're interested in the astrology aspect, then join us, Sunny and I, for the next live session. And she had communicated that on the 1st, which is on a Friday, well, we will do our next live. So that is next Friday. Okay. So that's what I have, guys. So let's see. How are the masculines feeling right now? So if you don't know how your divine counterpart is feeling, I can tell you that they're feeling shitty. They don't know what you think of them right now. You possibly heard from the karmic what the heck was going on between the two of them. Maybe you found out that masculine was having an affair with someone else. Like, that's for some, okay? That's not for everyone. But let's see. So, masculine is trying to defend themselves. That's why, in the very beginning with the Gypsy Oracle, okay, I saw that the masculine was like, they're thinking, like, what did you hear? What did you hear from the karmic? Because when I'm seeing, the first thing that came out was innocent. I swear, I didn't do it. Like, they swear up and down that that is not the truth. So that's a masculine's higher self defending themselves. And then we have illuminate. Your light help me to guide me out of my darkness. So again, feminine, you have been like the light for the masculine and support. I want to be the one who stands beside you and assist you with all your success. So again, like feminine, some of you, you don't know if some of you don't know if you want this because it's been so long and it's been very tiring. Like, you've heard, like, this masculine has been wanting to get out of the relationship with the karmic for the longest time. And so you just don't know. You don't know if there will ever be an end to the end, right? And then here we have build. I would like to work together to have stability. So again, I feel like for some of these masculines, they had to sell their home. They had to give like X, Y, and Z to the karmic, okay, possibly because they have children. So I really feel like they gave like their house to the karmic, and so they have to build a new home or get like a new establishment with the feminine, okay, and rebuild, okay. And finally, we have passion. You make me feel things I can't even describe. So obviously, like, the sex is good, okay. They miss the intimacy that they had with you. Okay, I can guarantee you there was no intimacy with the karmic. It's been like fighting and arguments, and they're possibly sleeping in different rooms, from what I can feel, because I don't feel like the karmic situation is even like a thing. The only thing that I feel very strongly is that they stayed stuck in a relationship. They tried to make it work. I don't think that they were intimate with one another. Let alone, I don't think that they're touching each other. I really don't feel that. Okay. But they were just together for the sake of family, or, just to keep, like, like to maintain like their stance and their community, if you will. It's like playing a role. And I think that the karmic is good, because I honestly feel like for some of these masculines, they paid the karmic enough so they can leave. Okay. Yeah. And for some, I feel like for some of those karmics, they went off and bought like a brand new house, a new car. They're good. Okay. Now that the masculine have paid them off and say, hey, here you go, like, you just take care of the kids, and maybe they have joint custody, whatever the case is. I really feel like they're kind of at the end here. And for some, okay, some of their children, they finally have grown up and they've left the home, okay, or this is like their final year, okay, and that's for some. So that's what I have for this channeling. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and get a final card from Spirit. So, Spirit and Holy Angels, can you please reveal to me clear messages? What is the advice or guidance that you have? What is the advice? What is the advice? View from above. Get the big picture. So instead of like, making an assumption or decision, like really take a step back and see if you can get the big picture. Like try not to be so judgmental on what you see up close. Look at things from a distance, and then you'll see the bigger picture here. That's what I have, guys. Right now is not a time of taking action. Like there's a lot of energy of wanting to do so much, but I really feel like you possibly need to like just take a moment, take a breather, take a step back and really see things from a distance. Because whatever you're seeing up close or whatnot may not be the full picture. Okay, that's what I have. So, do the meditation, think about it, okay, and see what the energies are like next week. And if that's your situation, yeah, that's what I'm seeing, guys. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you don't even have to comment. But if that's your situation, then you know. Okay, so what I would like to do is I would like to go through all the zodiac signs and get like a little bit of energy of what you need to know in the coming week. Okay, so let me go ahead and start off with Aries. So let me see if I can find it here. All right, Aries. So let's go ahead and take a look. What is your week to come? What is the energy? What is it that you need to know? What does Aries need to know about their situation with their divine counterpart this week? So let's see. Oh, okay. So we have here Queen of Cups, compassion, intuitive, healer, and supportive. Let's see. Let me pull out 2 more cards. Okay, Aries. So like overall, like you're really conflicted because it's either you that are being very compassionate and you're really open to receive, okay, this energy of wanting a long-term relationship with this person. For some, you're actually married to this individual, but for others, you're very open to having a long-term relationship. However, there's a part of you who feels that maybe you're being selfish. Like maybe, you just want more for you, okay, and not like this long-term thing. So I feel like, okay, it's like stop and go. Like in one moment, you're all for this long-term happy family situation, but I feel like Aries, like for this week, you may not want it. Okay, I really feel that. Like you're really conflicted. Like this is something that you may have wanted for some time, but then it's like, do you really want it? Because I feel like maybe you got things that are going on for yourself, and you don't know if you can. For some of my other Aries, okay, your divine counterpart is in a marital situation. You've received contact or you're receiving love. Maybe your person wants to work on the relationship. However, the karmic situation is preventing them to get out of the relationship, okay, with them. But you're still receiving contact from this person. Okay, this person is married. Okay, so I definitely see it going in a few ways. So you're really sad because if that's the case, you feel like your person's playing mind games with you. And so the advice here is don't rush it, okay? Like just if this isn't working like right now for you for long-term stability, then don't entertain it right now, especially if there's a karmic. Okay, that's why you're conflicted because maybe you like it. Okay, you can't just say no. But what I'm saying is that if you're not careful, okay, of looking, okay, at the bigger picture, um, then you may lose sight of the real situation, okay, because of the short-sightedness. So I hope that makes sense, Aries. Okay, so next we have Taurus. So, Taurus, let's go ahead and take a look at your energy for this week between you and your divine counterpart. And if you're watching this, you can check for your sun, moon, and rising, especially your rising sign, because that's what you embody. Okay. So, let's see, Taurus, what do you need to know? Okay, we have here Queen of Wands. Maybe for some, you're dealing with a fire sign. Okay, we have Three of Swords and Two of Swords in reverse. And the bottom of the deck, we have here Five of Pentacles. Okay, for some of my Taurus, you may be going through some sort of recovery, or like maybe there's a loss of money. This could be you, this could be your person. Okay, I really feel that you feel like, okay, you're feeling really good and confident about yourself, but there's something that is behind the scenes, like you want to let go of the pain of, I guess, a relationship, because you don't know if, like, this hot thing that you have, is it going to stick around for a long time? I don't know. Okay. Um, you're a little bit guarded because I feel like you're in a very vulnerable situation. That's what I feel like. So you need to let go of feeling lack, okay? Really look at things from a higher perspective. Again, this view from above, okay? Get the big picture. And the advice here, okay, really work on your self-esteem. Right now, I really feel like you're not on top of your A game. You're not feeling very good. Okay, this could be about you. This could be about your person. So take it as it resonates, right? But what I'm saying, whoever the person is that doesn't feel very good, okay, they could be feeling guarded. And again, this could be about you. And so when it comes to reconciliation, you just don't know because it feels surface level. Like on the outside, there's like this passion, there's like this chemistry or attraction, but deep down inside, I feel like there's some guilt. There's some guilt about coming back. And for some, okay, maybe your person had like a side thing. Okay. Maybe they felt like, they weren't like their best. So, they tried to get the affection or the attention from someone else. And now they're coming back and they don't feel good. And again, I could be low key talking about you. Like you try to feel appreciated in some sort of way. And you didn't feel like you're being appreciated. Okay. And that's for some. But that's the energy that I'm seeing. So, the advice from Spirit is to really work on low self esteem. Okay. That's what I have. So I hope that was helpful. All right. So next we have Gemini. So, Gemini, what is the energy with you this week dealing with your twin flame or your divine counterpart? I could be talking about you, I could be talking about your person. So, go ahead and take what resonates. So, Spirit, can you please bring forth clear messages in regards to Gemini for this week? What is the energy of Gemini or their divine counterpart for this week? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so for some, you're dealing with an earth sign. I see here Virgo, could be Capricorn. Okay, and also I have Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have here King of Wands in reverse. So your person could come off as being rude. Why? Because, like, they're just minding their own business. They're just taking some time out for themselves. Um, I feel like your person's actually setting healthy boundaries. Now, I could be talking about you, Gemini. Gemini, maybe, you're looking for stability. Maybe you've been thinking that you need to set healthy boundaries, to the person that you're dealing with. So it can definitely go both ways. Um, especially if you're dealing with someone who is abusive, it could be physically or mentally. So the situation is that, um, there's been a little bit of chaos going on, and this could be a work thing. So maybe your person are trying to work on getting things back in order. Like things have been all over the place. So the advice from Spirit is that if you're struggling, okay, make sure you focus on that first. Okay, so again, if your person has been really rude towards you, it's possibly because they're overloaded with responsibility. It's and they're focused on work, and it's not, I don't think it's personal. It's just like their life is chaotic, and if you're not there to contribute with their day-to-day um living situation, then that's why I feel like there's a boundary. Now, Gemini, if I'm talking about you, I feel like, you've been thinking about what are the ways that you could be successful, because like if you've been putting like more into like a work situation, I feel like you've done too much, right? Or your company is giving you way too much than you can handle. And so you really feel like someone's abusing like your ability to perform. Okay, and I really feel like that's a work situation more than anything. So take your power back, set those healthy boundaries, okay? And if this is about your job, you're not going to get fired if you don't do all the dirty work, you know? If if you're overloaded, tell them like, "Hey, you need help. You can't do this by yourself." Okay? It doesn't hurt to ask for help. Then that way people will know like what your limitations are. So that's what I have for Gemini. Okay, I hope that was helpful. So next we have Cancer. So Spirit and Holy Angels, can you please reveal to me the situation with Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? This is about Cancer in general, or it could be about their divine counterpart. What messages want to come through for the sign of Cancer? What is the advice? What is the situation dealing with my collective Cancers? Okay, so maybe you're dreaming that being with your divine counterpart could be a little bit unrealistic, and it's put you in a mood. Okay, you definitely feel like you're being manipulated here, and you feel like your person is lying to you. Okay, yeah. So wow, I see here 3 of Cups, so there could be like some sort of gossip, cheating, some sort of like affairs that is going on. Hold on. All right, Cancer. So, like, bottom of the deck, yeah, we have here gossip and cheating. So, you have hope that perhaps there's a situation where you could probably, like, I feel that maybe there's some trouble here involved with a family. I feel like for some of my Cancers, like, if there was a situation where you found that someone was, like, lying and cheating, there's an outlet for you to take, for you to just like get away from this negative energy. You hope that things will change. That's for some. If you're in a relationship with this person in some way, but I feel like it's kind of like an escape feeling that I'm sensing here. That's what I have. Yeah, you just have to wait it out because the person that you're dealing with, they're just like kind of like being rude. But I honestly feel like for some of my Cancers, if you're watching this, like your person could be in another situation. For some, I mean, you could be married to someone. Like this is you and your karmic. Okay. So take it as it resonates, but that's what I see. So it's I feel like it will get better. Okay. Um, all right. So let's go on to Leo. So Leo, let's see. For Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see. What is the situation for Leo? Okay, so maybe, okay, you may not be feeling really good right now, and your ego is actually getting in the way. You feel kind of alone. So, I mean, if this is about family, for some, like maybe you're separated from your family, or maybe, you're just not happy about your home situation, whatever that means for you. It could be because, like, you know, maybe, like you don't want people to see that, you're not doing well. But you're really open. I feel like you're really open to work on this, okay? Honestly, this feels like, because I see here a Knight of Wands and also a King of Cups. I feel like you're very passionate to really take care of what's needed. And this could be towards yourself, this could be towards someone else. And it's possibly over like a loss of like a job, a loss of money. This could be about like extra expenditures in the house. So like you're like really defensive for this week for whatever reason, but I feel like it's because you're not happy. So just be gentle to yourself, Leo. Okay. Just do a little bit like of self-care. If this is like a situation done with your home, just be gentle. Try not to like overthink it. Okay, that's what I'm hearing from Leo. I mean, from Spirit. The other thing is that if this is about your person, I feel like your person is not happy. Okay, they could be in another relationship, but they're feeling alone. You know, when they're with you, they feel the love, they feel appreciated. However, try not to be like a rebound, okay? Because they may be acting a little bit defensive and guarded, and that might make you feel a certain way. So just be careful. All right. So next we have a Virgo. So for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, what is the energy dealing with Virgo for this week? Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy dealing with Virgo for this week? Wow, so that's not very good. We're going through some sort of financial loss. And maybe you're looking to move. You know, what's really important is that you feel stable. Okay, so if your sense of security is being a little bit off kilter, I really feel like Virgo, you're trying to figure out what is the next step, like what is the best thing for you to do. For some, I really do feel like it's a physical move. Bottom of the deck, we have our Page of Cups. You're trying to really think about solutions. Again, the overall energy for this reading is a view from above. So get the big picture, okay? Don't just look at like whatever the situationship is right now. If this is about your divine counterpart, I feel like they're going through like a divorce or they're going through a financial situation and they are looking to move or travel or possibly look for a job in a remote location. But it's taking some time from what I can see. But I definitely feel like things will improve. Um, yeah, there will be a sense of stability. This may be within 4 days from the time they're actually when you're watching this reading. This could be a month from now. Okay, so just be mindful. So even though that things temporarily are a little bit off, I definitely see that it will get better. Okay, I feel like for some of my Virgos, what advice that Spirit is wanting to offer is to really say goodbye to those people who have betrayed you. Okay. If you want honesty in regards to like a healthy, happy home or a relationship, okay, and you're not getting it, I really feel like some of my Virgos, you're just cutting things off. That's what I see. So yeah, I feel like for some, you could get an apology from your divine counterpart that you know they're just not in their best element. They're possibly thinking about coming to visit you, especially if you guys are at a distance. I feel like in the next month or so, you guys will there's like a celebration. It could be like an event of some sort. It could be something special just between the two of you. For some, if your person is in a marriage, I feel like they're really like parting ways. Okay. Just give it some time. You really have to be patient on this one. That's what I have. So, all right. So I hope that that was helpful. So the next one we have here is Libra. So Libra, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus for some. Spirit, what is the energy in regards to Libra? What do we need to know about Libra's energy for this week? I could be talking about you or your divine counterpart. So take it as it resonates. What is the energy surrounding Libra? What does Libra need to know? Okay, so maybe either you or your person is letting go of the mind games, okay? You're feeling kind of alone. Like maybe the person that you're dealing with, like you there's something that you don't like to hear. And yeah, you just feel like you don't know what the heck is going on, but you're really clear that you're getting some sort of truth that whoever your person is, they're not feeling very stable. I feel like for some of my Libra, you're feeling a little bit paranoid, okay, because there could be a karmic situation that maybe your person is still dealing with. Okay, maybe for some, your person still lives with that individual. Um, I have a feeling that if your person is living with a particular person, um, there's some sort of stability that's going on with them and the karmic. Okay, this is like I wouldn't worry about this. You know, I would say what Spirit is saying is like let go. Even though that your person is with a karmic, um, let go of like any thoughts of being played, because I feel like for some of my Libra, you're feeling alone on this, okay? Um, and it could be because like the relationship is not like a solid relationship. Like maybe you don't have a permanent relationship, or like a label, if you will, with this particular person. So you can't really be judgmental over the situation. So what I'm getting is that Spirit is saying like let go, okay? Let go. If this is like really bothering you, okay, you can free yourself. And I feel like it's freeing your mind, because what Spirit is saying is that there's like some sort of karmic lesson that's being learned, either between you and this person and your person with the karmic. Everyone who is a player in this dynamic is learning a lesson. Okay, so if you can get clear, if you can get like the big picture, then I feel like that's what's necessary for you this week. Okay, don't let the whole karmic situation bug you, because you could get a little in your head about it. But Spirit said, don't worry. Okay, like this too shall pass. All right. So next we have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So Scorpio, what? Let's see. What is it that you need to know for this week? I could be talking about you. I could be talking about your divine counterpart. So Spirit, what is the information that needs to come through for my Scorpio collective? Okay, we have here King of Wands, Five of Swords, and also Temperance in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have your Six of Pentacles. Okay, so like maybe you want to walk away, Scorpio. Okay, like all you want is loyalty and honesty with a particular person, and you're just not feeling it. Okay, you feel like something is off, and you feel like maybe your person isn't being completely honest. Like, there's like this little thing that's like bothering you beneath the surface, is what I'm hearing. So make use of your time. If you feel that you're disappointed, don't put your energy into it, okay? Really be the authority. You be like the divine masculine. You be like the person who is stable and in charge. Don't let yourself like be vulnerable to something that you're not sure about, because if you're in a relationship with someone and you're not feeling very stable, don't put your energy into it. Okay, because if you take your energy back, then that's where the person comes through and like communicates. Okay, if you're really sad, let go of your expectations. Okay, because it's going to pull you back down to the abyss. Yeah, because either you or your person, this could be a form of manipulation, or like, let's say this is you, Scorpio, you could be acting a little bit cold and your person doesn't know why. But basically, it's if you show compassion toward your person, then at least they feel that they know like where your energy stands. But like, also what I'm hearing is that if you're anxious about uh your person giving you like a form of love or compassion, I feel like your person is in lack. Why? Because things may not be as they seem. So something is definitely off about this. I would just take your energy back, Scorpio. Okay, if your person isn't putting any time, focus, energy, or attention into you, then let it go. Okay, and see what happens for next week. Because, like, I don't see that there's anything positive. Yeah, let go. Let go of the stress. Say no. Again, let go. Let go so the other person can open up. And then think about letting go. I see let go like 3 times in a row. So, Scorpio, just let go. Whatever the thing is, I think that's your sign to just let go. So, next we have here Sag. So, Spirit, can you please reveal to me for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus the energy of surrounding Sag? What does Sag need to know for this week? I could be talking about you. I could be talking about your divine counterpart. So take it as it resonates. What is the energy? All right. So, oh, there's a little sticky, tricky little situation. Okay. So this is about a community. This is like a group of people. So there needs to be balance. There's a lack of balance, possibly. In regards to your lover. Okay, because there could be a financial loss, a divorce. So, I mean, I really feel like Sag, the whole twin flame reading that I did earlier, this could be about you. Look, we have here the tower, bottom of the deck. There's a sudden change. There's trauma in regards to like this group of people because maybe, you want to be with your twin flame. Okay. But first you got to go through a divorce or you got to like give up the money or go get a little brokey broke before you can like really be happy. But you've come up with some sort of idea. You're being hopeful here. Okay. For some, you're dealing with an Aquarius. But then, okay, so the guidance here from Spirit is that this is a karmic lesson and you need to learn from this, okay? So whatever that happens this week, just pay extra attention as to what is unfolding, okay? You could have doubts about like your direction, but Spirit is saying, okay, this is supposed to shake you up so that you can go through whatever this thing is. Yeah, so I see that you have choices here and you could be thinking about the past. Okay, now if this is about your past with the karmic person, Spirit is saying let go. Okay, you are forgiven. You shouldn't feel guilty about moving on, but I feel like that's actually causing a bit of indecision. Okay, because whoever the karmic is, okay, they could be needy, attached, really codependent. They need your help or they're feeling insecure. But this is actually going to cause conflict with you. So you have to really be the emperor here. You have to stand your ground. You have to be the authority and just say no to stress. Okay, let go. Because I really feel like, this is like the three-party situation where you want to go in a direction, but you're being held back. And whoever the karmic is, I feel like you need to say no. Now, I could be talking about your person, Sag, okay? So take it as it resonates, but I definitely feel like the entire reading is for you, okay? That's what I see. All right, so let's go ahead and see Capricorn for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, so Spirit, can you please reveal to me clear messages in regards to Capricorn? What do we need to know about Capricorn, the Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Thank you. Okay, you're feeling alone. You don't want to really communicate with a lot of people. It's because you're having a hard time or you're trying to let go of a situation. So maybe you had a recent argument. Maybe you're not talking to a particular person. Now it could be talking about your twin flame. So take it as it resonates. So bottom of the deck, we have here Eight of Swords. So feeling restricted or feeling like the victim. So you feel kind of left behind, maybe you're still stuck in the past here. But I see here that there is a new beginning. So if you learn to let go and release whatever the thing is of the past, then there's a new opportunity that's actually being handed to you. If you're feeling stuck, don't let this thing get you stuck. Unstuck yourself. Okay, now if I'm talking about your divine counterpart, this is exactly what they need to do. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. There is abundance that's actually coming your way. You could be dealing with an air sign. The air sign is someone who is like communicative. So you're actually learning a little bit about the past. Okay, and I feel like maybe your person is going through like some sort of a loss. Okay, and you may be hearing something from your person this week. Okay, at least they're being communicative. Like maybe your person's still talking to their karmic situation, and then you feel better. So if you've learned to let go, okay, of whatever this energy is, okay, there is a new beginning here. Okay, and I really feel like you're gonna get communication on whatever this is. Okay, so don't really worry. Just let it go. Okay, everything is supposed to play out the way it should. So that's actually good. So next we have here Aquarius for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So Aquarius, I could be talking about you. I could be talking about your divine counterpart. So take it as it resonates. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know about Aquarius? Okay, so there's a new beginning here for you to travel. But then I see that maybe you don't want to. Maybe it's because you're feeling lazy. Maybe your ego is getting in the way. Maybe you want things perfect, but that's why you may not be acting on things. And that's for some. I could be talking again about your person. I feel like there is like an opportunity to really go deep when it comes to love. The Empress here is ruled by Venus. So I definitely feel that there is some sort of commitment or an opportunity. Bottom of the deck, we have her Page of Swords. So you don't know if this person is going to be able to offer you long-term love. But I see here the Lovers. There's union. So this is beautiful. I feel like maybe your ego is getting in the way of having a new beginning with this person, but Aquarius, all you have to do is just, take a leap of faith and really free yourself. For some, there is travel here involved. you know, this person that you're dealing with is deeply sensual. There's like this opportunity to get together. So like embrace it. Like you don't know if like what this is, but yeah, I think that you just need clarity. So again, this is the view from above. Get the bigger picture. Okay, use your intuition. Okay, because you don't know what to do. So, like for some Aquarius, maybe you're in your head, but I see here that you know either you or your person will do the right thing, and I feel like you'll be really open minded to take a risk. So this is actually really beautiful energy, Aquarius. You know, if you're hesitating on something, don't hold back, move forward, you know, and don't let the past drag you back. All right, so last but not least, we have here Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so I could be talking about you, I could be talking about your person. So take as resonates, and I have here 2 cards. We have here the Devil and Judgment. Okay, so that's Capricorn energy. You may be tempted, but you're afraid that there might be some gossip and some karmic lessons if you go with this temptation. Let's see. Okay, we have here the Hermit. So, like 2 earth signs. Okay, and Judgment. I think that's Libra energy. I can't remember. I think that's Libra. You could be dealing with the air sign also. So you're really thinking deeply about any kind of situation that may cause gossip. Okay, you could be tempted for whatever reason. So, um, you know, you don't know what to do. You feel alone. You're not going to put any effort into it. So I think that's a good decision. Why? Because you're heartbroken. You're heartbroken, maybe because there's some gossip. Yeah, because of being Spirit is saying like put no effort if your person is cheating or have cheated on you, like if someone's being sneaky or you're not getting the bigger picture, like sit here and reflect, you know, look at things from above, get the bigger picture. If you're not getting anything coming from this person, I wouldn't put any energy into it because ultimately you're going to be heartbroken. Okay, I could be talking about your person. You know, they're heartbroken because maybe they were tempted and they learned a lesson and they've thought about it. You know, why were they paranoid? It's because they were lying to you. Okay, so Pisces, just really follow your gut instinct on this. Yeah, this is about self love. Yeah, there's some backstabbing that may happen this week. And again, I mean, for some of my Pisces, I could be talking about you, I could be talking about the other person. Try not to do things too quickly, okay? When it comes to getting together. So if you're going through like some little celebration, just be careful, okay? Don't drink and don't do things that isn't right, okay? So it might be a rough week for you, Pisces. So just be on the lookout for that, okay? So I hope that was helpful. Let me know. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.